The decades-old murder case of Tupac Shakur, one of hip-hop's most iconic figures, has taken a dramatic turn with the recent arrest of Dwayne KeefeD Davis. Davis, apprehended in September 2023, is alleged to possess crucial information regarding the 1996 drive-by shooting in Las Vegas that tragically cut short Shakur's life at the age of 25. Davis, however, maintains his innocence, vehemently denying any involvement in the crime that has remained unsolved for almost 3 decades. Shakur's murder sent shockwaves through the music world and beyond, becoming one of the most high-profile unsolved cases in American history. Despite numerous theories and investigations over the years, no one has ever been charged with the killing. Davis's arrest, based on his own past statements, has rekindled hope for finally achieving justice in the case. Davis's arrest is not the first time he has been linked to the case. In fact, he has confessed to being present at the scene of the crime on multiple occasions, only to later retract his statements. These conflicting accounts, coupled with his recent denial, have made Davis a central and controversial figure in the ongoing investigation. As the case moves forward, his credibility, motivations, and the veracity of his claims will be heavily scrutinized. KeefeD's fluctuating accounts of the night Tupac was shot have raised serious questions about his credibility. Over the years, he has confessed to being in the car from which the fatal shots were fired, claiming to know the identity of the shooter. However, he has also recanted these confessions, attributing them to pressure from law enforcement or a desire for financial gain from book deals and interviews. In his 2019 memoir, Compton Street Legend, Davis detailed his alleged involvement in the events leading up to Shakur's murder, further fueling speculation and reigniting public interest in the case. He claimed to have been in the car with his nephew, Orlando Anderson, and others when the shooting occurred. Anderson, a Crips gang member, had been involved in an altercation with Shakur and his entourage at a Las Vegas casino earlier that night, making him a prime suspect in the eyes of many. However, Anderson was killed in a separate shooting incident in 1998. Despite his initial willingness to cooperate with authorities, Davis has since backtracked on many of his previous statements. He now claims that his confessions were coerced and that he embellished details in his memoir for dramatic effect. He maintains that he was not involved in the shooting and has accused law enforcement of exploiting him for their own ends. This inconsistency has muddied the waters, making it difficult to discern truth from fabrication. Davis's shifting narratives have fueled accusations of opportunism, with critics alleging that he is leveraging the notoriety of the case for personal gain. His credibility, already fragile due to his criminal history and past deceptions, has been further eroded by his contradictory claims. In a surprising twist, KeefeD has pointed the finger at another high-profile figure in connection with Shakur's murder, Reggie Wright Jr., the former head of security for Death Row Records, Shakur's label at the time. In his recent interviews and statements, Davis alleges that Wright Jr. orchestrated the hit, implicating him as the mastermind behind the shooting. Davis claims that Wright Jr. and his security team were notorious for their ruthless tactics and had a motive for wanting Shakur dead, stemming from the intense rivalry between Death Row Records and its East Coast counterpart, Bad Boy Records. He alleges that Wright Jr. used his connections to hire the shooters and plan the attack. Wright Jr., however, vehemently denies any involvement in Shakur's murder. He has dismissed Davis's accusations as baseless and defamatory, calling them the desperate attempts of a convicted felon to secure a lighter sentence. Wright Jr. maintains that he was not involved in any plot to kill Shakur and has challenged Davis to provide concrete evidence to support his claims. Wright Jr.'s alleged involvement adds a new layer of complexity to an already convoluted case. His history with Death Row Records, an enterprise known for its association with violence and gang culture, has made him a target of suspicion over the years. However, without credible evidence to corroborate Davis's accusations, Wright Jr. remains innocent until proven guilty. The recent developments in the Tupac Shakur murder case, while captivating, have done little to bring us closer to the truth. KeefeD's arrest, subsequent denial, and allegations against Reggie Wright Jr. have only deepened the mystery surrounding that fateful night in Las Vegas. His inconsistent accounts, coupled with the lack of physical evidence and the passage of time, make it increasingly difficult to separate fact from fiction. The prosecution's case rests heavily on the testimony of KeefeD, a man whose credibility is highly questionable. His history of changing his story combined with his potential motivations for lying casts serious doubt on the reliability of his claims. Without corroborating evidence, his word alone is unlikely to be enough to secure a conviction. The Tupac Shakur murder case continues to grip the public imagination, fueled by conspiracy theories, conflicting accounts, and the enduring legacy of a hip-hop legend. While the recent arrest of KeefeD offered a glimmer of hope for justice, it seems that the truth behind Shakur's untimely death remains elusive. As the case progresses, one can only hope that a clearer picture will emerge, bringing some closure to one of music history's most enduring mysteries.